Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You know that this question, because you were chairman of Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, you know my passion about this. His Excellency President Mahama spoke immediately after his swearing in when he met with the Catholic Conference. I wish to quote what he said, parts of what he said, with your permission. So the mission is that all bills that are not assented to before the expiration of the life of Parliament expires. And so that bill, effectively, is dead. It has expired. I don't know what the promoters of the bill intend to do, but I do think that we should have a conversation on it again. I repeat that again for emphasis. President Mahama said, I do think that we should have a conversation on it again, so that all of us, if we decide to move that bill forward, move it forward with a consensus. My position is that that bill is a critical part of our national life. Ghanaian family values, our children's innocence must be protected. In this 9th Parliament, that bill will be reintroduced, either as a private member's bill or as government's bill. I will work with government if it's government's bill. If it's not and it's my bill, I will bring it back again, because my chiefs seated here, the chiefs from Ningo-Prampram, supported me in bringing that bill in the 8th Parliament. They've asked me to reintroduce it in the 9th Parliament. I will do so. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, I have a couple of follow-up questions. I have a couple of. I didn't ask follow-up questions in the first two questions.
No, you are entitled to a follow-up question on a substantive question. So once you don't exercise the right to ask a follow-up question after asking the first question, the second question, you can have
so I can't
3 follow-ups. You are now entitled to 1 follow-up question on the LGBTQ.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Chairman, the nominee is also on record to have said, and I quote, the Chief Justice is helping Akufo-Addo to support LGBTQ, end quote. I want to repeat. The nominee is on record to have said, the Chief Justice is helping Akufo-Addo to support LGBTQ. Mr. Chairman, we are all very much aware of how strong a Christian the Chief Justice is. And indeed, the nominee came to this conclusion because in his view, the Chief Justice was not expediting action on the anti-LGBTQ case in the Supreme Court. Eventually, Mr. Chairman, the matter was determined, and indeed, the Supreme Court determined the matter in favor of the plaintiffs, that the bill be transmitted to the President for his assent. And therefore, my follow-up question is, will the nominee, in the light of what has happened, and will the nominee, given that the basis for his conclusion is obviously been proven wrong, will he apologize to the Chief Justice here? And further so, will he agree with me that at the time he promised that President Mahama would sign the anti-LGBTQ if voted into office, the nominee, as a very intelligent, experienced legislator, knew very well that on the dissolution of the 8th Parliament, that bill will no longer stand, and that bill will also pass with the dissolution of the 8th Parliament, and there would therefore not be any bill for President Mahama to assent to. Will he agree that there was some element of dishonesty in making that commitment to the Ghanaian people? Will he apologize to the Chief Justice, and will he agree that he knew very well that the bill will not be available for President Mahama to sign onto if voted into office?
Thank you very much, but there is a bit of correction of the question that I will have to clarify, honorable members. The action was taken by the plaintiff, and if the plaintiff's action is dismissed, the decision of the court cannot be in favor of the plaintiff. So the plaintiff's action clearly was dismissed. The plaintiff action was to the effect that the bill must be transmitted, and the court's decision is that the bill must be transmitted. So by you said in your question that the decision of the Supreme Court was in favor of the plaintiff. Very well. Having considered, may you go ahead to answer the question.
Thank you very much, Chairman, for that clarity, because I was going to make that clarity. Mr. Chairman, let me state that I'm an elder of a church. And as an elder of the church, my integrity and honesty are key principles that I hold dear. My opinions about the actions and inactions of the Chief Justice remain. They are unchanged, and they have been vindicated by the actions of the Chief Justice post my demonstration against her. She could have taken action earlier. She held her own horses. My opinion of the Chief Justice remains my opinion today. It doesn't change.
Thank you very much. I then proceed to give the floor to Honorable Lydia Akamvariba.